Hey everybody, so we're going to take this Dollar Tree crochet kit and see if we can make this cute little donut. The kit has everything you need: stuffing, yarn, hook, and even the little safety eyes are in this kit. We're going to try it. We're going to look at the directions. This is a very, very low ranking on their website, so we're going to see if we can follow the instructions and if we can make the cute little donuts. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this needle out. I am not crocheting with this needle. It's plastic. It's easily breakable. Now, I was looking at my crochet hooks, and I think that this is a 3.5. I would say that those are very similar. I have metal hooks. I don't really use them that much. I love my clover hooks. So I'll use my 3.5 for this video. And we will take a look at the instructions. There are pictures of what to do, but there are words as well. So we're going to take a look and see what goes on. So it looks like you make the khaki part first, and then the pink one. Okay. Oh. So step 1 through 4 is like just row 1. It's like you chain so many and you basically put the circle together. So that's interesting. Okay. It does tell you what the initials mean. I'm really curious how in step 3 you end with 33 stitches, and then they're saying for rows 4 through 7 you should have 44 stitches. And like I said, then you repeat rounds 1 through what they're calling 7 for the pink one. And then on the bag, it's telling you how to put the safety eyes in. And it says to put the stitches on after it tells you to do the mouth and the stitches after you put the stuffing in. We'll follow the directions and see what happens. I'll be back with any bumps in the road. So this is not a bump on the road. It's just like, instead of it being winded up really nicely, it's kind of, I mean, it's okay, but it's like, it is definitely interesting how this like pulls off of this. I'm probably gonna just take it and turn it into a little ball and go from there. But I guess it was done like this because to keep it in here. So this is done like this. The pink is similar, but there's a little bit of hot pink is like neatly like bundled. So interesting. But it was $1.25. So alright, let's keep going. Okay, so I had to use a stitch marker. It doesn't tell you to use a stitch marker, but I would recommend it to mark your first crochet. So this is a little difficult because I wanted to crochet in the ring, but I am going inside of the stitch in the ring to crochet, because it says to do 1 single crochet and 1 increase. And I think I understand where it goes from 33 stitches and goes to 44, because it says to do this 1 stitch and then 1 increase. It says you'll end up with 33, and then the next round it says to do 2 single crochets and 1 increase. And then if you do that, I think it means you'll end up with 44, but it says 33. So I think that was a typo, and that's supposed to be 44 at the end of round 3. So I think that was like the first like typo and mistake. So we're gonna see how that goes. I am still on round 2 right now. Yes, because they say round 1 is where you do this 22 stitches, and then round 2 you connect it and do your first round, which is confusing, because I would say that that was round 2, but I'd say that was round 1, because I was like, you make the circle and then you do round 1. I don't know, but so far it's okay. I'm not totally confused. I'm just like looking at it going, okay, this makes more sense than what it says. Small typo, so we're okay. So just side note, I would use a stitch marker if I was you. Okay, so I am on the end of row 3, where it says I'm supposed to have 33, but they mean 44, because in the next round you have to have 44 to start. So, and my project is supposed to look like figure 5, which is this circle right here, okay? My only issue is that mine is starting to curl up a bit. But I think once I add the other rows, I think it might like even out a little bit. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. This yarn definitely is not the best quality yarn. I even think the Dollar Tree's normal yarn is a little bit better quality than this yarn. I had a little bit of snagging. I don't think you can see that, but it's really, really, really fraying, like even more than normal acrylic yarn. And it's really thin. Okay, so I've got the eyes on the pink section, and I've got a little brown. Now, this is where the directions get interesting, because the directions are saying that you have to stitch these together. So the directions are like place them together, stitch, and then it's like sew and fill up. The directions aren't telling me to sew the inside hole up, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sew it and stuff it, and then I'm like, but it has a hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to line these up the way that I want the little bottom to look on the bottom, and the top is gonna be like this. And I'm going to take some yarn and stitch them together on the inside, and then go and stuff, and then start stitching on the outside. I did want to show you my progress that I have. Definitely have a lot more of this light pink yarn than I do the like tan color or the khaki of the bottom one. So just know your yarn may vary. I do like that they give me little embroidery floss and a smaller needle to do the mouth with. Yeah, and the kit did come with the eyes. It came with the eyes and the floss in this little bag, as well as a little tapestry needle is the word I was looking for. It did come with this hook, which I have not been using, so and I'm glad I didn't, because my hook that I normally crochet with was a lot better. I'm glad that I did not size up, because I was thinking about sizing up and I wouldn't have had enough khaki yarn. So the 3.5 crochet hook is the size for all of these kits. Because it's engraved on here, but I cannot see a size. It's all white. But yes, the 3.5 millimeter hooks are your best bet for the sizes for the Dollar Tree kits. So let me go ahead and sew and start stuffing, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get done with everything. All right, let's see how much. Oh, okay. Did it expand a little bit? Maybe. Oh, maybe it did expand. Okay. Oh, okay. We're gonna take some of this, stuff it into here, because I've already sewed up the little inside. It's not perfect, but it's what I did. And then I've already started to sew the edges here. So we'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and stuff it. This is the finished donut. It has the little sprinkles on it. They're not very even. It did not give me good directions, but this is what it looks like. It is stuffed. I used all of the stuffing that was in there. The smile came out okay. For again, the instructions on it was just like stitch it on there, and it's like, okay. Not good for someone who's not used to like embroidering faces or details. I definitely recommend these for like intermediate, or you know, people who have at least had like 4 projects under their belt to try. So I did end up with a good bit of pink yarn, and I have a little bit of the hot pink left. I took the leftover khaki yarn because I'm not really fond of the color for the bottom of the donut. I mean, it looks cute, but I would have preferred something lighter. I put most of it in the donut. I kept a scrap that I'm going to try to find another color yarn, because I kind of want to make more donuts. Maybe a different size. But this is my donut. It's got all the little stuffing that came in the kit, and it looks pretty symmetrical. I think, I'm not sure if I want more yarn in it or less. Maybe once I play around with it. But I think for what it is, a little donut, it actually turned out pretty cute. I did use my own darting needle, because this little needle they give you, first of all, is plastic, and second of all, the yarn to try to get through that would be so hard. It's good for the embroidery floss, but for the yarn it wasn't. I do like this project. I definitely think it was worth the $1.25 that I paid for it. It wasn't impossible to follow the directions. Were the directions a little confusing at times? Yes. The directions were confusing a few times, especially on the back when it's just like, sew the pieces together, stuff it, keep sewing the pieces together, sew on the embellishments, and the little mouth. The back of the directions is not the best. Now, I am glad that I had a little extra yarn, because I can take those scraps and do something with. I know people that are picky about, like, they want to make sure they use every single piece. Yeah. But I think that that was definitely worth the price. If you want to make something like this, and you might not have pink yarn or that tan. This is the one reason I got this one, because I don't have any tan. But to be honest, I think this would be cute if both sides were pink, or one side was a darker pink and one side was a lighter pink, which I might try to make a donut like that. Yeah, but the kit is a 3.5. Do not try to hook size up because I would have ran out of that khaki yarn. So just to let you know. But I'm going to try to make some other donuts. I think this little kit inspired me to make a few like Valentine's-y looking donuts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review of the little Dollar Tree donut. I do have to say that I would give it like maybe a C. It's definitely good. I like it, but there definitely are difficult parts in it. I did struggle a little bit. This donut took me about an hour and a half to make, where I think this should have easily been like a 30-minute project. Because this, yeah, I was second guessing some of the steps. I thought I messed up from the beginning, so. But it's a cute project. It's perfect for $1.25, and it gives me the idea to make some more little donuts, maybe in different colors. So we'll see what I come up with. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and check out my other crochet videos and even my shopping videos. And I have some shorts on my channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.